Hello my marvellous sausages. Now this video is going to be about tracking down all the lost ghosts from the Micah-10 missions. And these missions are really worth doing because you get a ton of rewards. You get a complete final shape armor set, you get red bar deep sight pale heart weapons, you get strange coins, you get Ascendant shards, you get Ascendant alloys, so it is really worth your time for doing it. And they're great missions that give you loads of great lore. So I'll just give a little bit of a brief run-in before we get to the part where we actually have to find the ghosts, because as in all missions in the final shape after the campaign, they all seem to be intertwined. So what you have to be doing first of all is to start the Ergo submission. Now that's an exotic mission that you can collect, and once you start that mission, it opens up paths to various other exotic missions. Now one of the first things you need to do when you're doing the Ergo submission is to do the Queen's Part 1 mission, where you're basically tracking down various hive gits with Savathun. This is a pretty straightforward mission. There's only a couple of things you really need to know about it to get through it. First of all, you need to shoot runes with the correct element. So you'll see that there's runes sometimes with Void, with Arc, or with Solar, and you're using a sword to reflect shots at these runes. That's the kind of dynamic, or rather the mechanic, that you're going to find throughout this particular mission. And the other mechanic is it's the same thing, chucking the correct element at the correct rune, but instead of reflecting bolts at them from the various kits, you need to pick up orbs and chuck your balls at them as well. So you pick up void balls from void statues and lob them at the runes, and for Solar and for Arc as well. Then once you're finished, you're directed back to the Lost City landing zone in the Pale Heart. Now this is where the exotic missions diverge. The Ergo submission asks you to go and carry on doing things with Ghost, but we're following the Micah-10 path. So to start talking to Micah-10, you have to go down to the old tower area where the Vanguard used to meet, and there's a console right at the far end of the room there, and this is where we're going to be collecting all of our lost ghost missions to get all our lovely goodies. And the first one on our to-do list is Convalescence Rootbound. But just in case you get confused at this point, what happens is that the Ergo submission continues on where you have to go and speak to Cayde, but we're ignoring that mission and we're highlighting the new one that we get called Convalescence Rootbound. You can check it on your quest page. Now, by starting this mission, you pick up a few different things and you open up a few different things that are going to be commonplace as we go. The first thing you're going to open are the Traveler's Blessings. You've got Flickering Blessings, and you've also got Pale Blessings. Basically, these are buffs that you can use when you're in the Pale Heart. So, for example, Traveler's Fervour, sliding after sprinting for a short time, sends forth a burning line of fire, dealing damage and scorching targets in its path. And the other ones you've got here are Pale Blessings, and these all expire as well, so they can expire in a certain amount of time. Look, that one I've got for 10 hours, this one I've got for 8 hours, and you can only apply one at a time. Well, anyway, you open up this particular system. It's nothing to worry about, to be perfectly honest. And the other system you open as well is the search area system. So it's telling us to go to the Forgotten Deep Lost sector, which is located here on the map. Let's have a quick look. So all you have to do is click it on the map and highlight it, and then it'll become visible for you to track out in the world. This is a great new way of doing things. Now, the Lost Sector itself isn't that difficult. The only mechanic in it is you've got to go through little pools of smelly, like, farts, and once you stand in a certain amount, it drops a shield from a crystal. You shoot the crystal, and that opens up the way to the next part of the Lost Sector. Now, the ghost that we're looking for is located in the boss room there in the Lost Sector. It's really easy to find. As you come into the boss room, a witch is a boss floating around in the middle, and there's a very large tree there, slightly to your left, and there's a ghost at the base of the lost tree. So go and collect the ghost, and then finish the Lost Sector, and then we need to return to Micah-10 in the Arbor of Light. Now, as you come back into the area where Micah-10 is, don't forget you've got to activate a ghost that's in there before you go and see her, or through the console. Then once you go to the console, you collect your first reward, the Someday Shotgun from the Pale Heart weapon set. Lovely jubbly. And now we've got the next one, which is called Convalescence Underbrush. So this one means we've got to open various chests in the Pale Heart in order to acquire Flickering Blessings. Do you remember those two new dials that you can see which gives you buffs when you're actually exploring the Pale Heart. So we've got to get 2 of those. Now you can get them from opening chests anywhere in the Pale Heart, but you get a better chance of getting them if you're opening chests from the Pathfinder mission where it tells you to go and kill a specific gate. So we come and have a look at our Pathfinder here, and what that means is you can see this one, it's got a slight little moon and stars. In the Pale Heart, travel to the landing and claim a reward for defeating Rakosh, Banisher of Memory. So you've got a better chance of a flickering blessing to drop from that than just opening up general chests. So you could pick it to track it there, look, and then you can come back to the map and you'll see it highlighted on the map. There we go. That's where that particular one is. So you can make your way to the landing area, kill the gate, open the chest, and hopefully you'll get a flickering blessing. But I've got to be honest with you, I did it by just wandering around the blooming. I opened 2 chests, basically straight after one another. They were region chests. What I made sure of, not region chests, rather, they were just normal chests. I made sure I had my my wombo detector on, opened up the 2 chests, and that was it. I got them straight from there, which is quite nice, but you might not be so lucky. So anyway, that's what you need to do to complete that part. So back to the Arbor of Light. Don't forget, interact with the ghost, then go and have a quick chat with Micah-10, and then you'll pick up your next reward, which was the machine gun called the Pro Memoria, and its strand. Lovely. And then you pick up the next Convalescence mission, which is called Convalescence Greenery. Yes. Now this one is really easy. All we've got to do is open overthrow chests in the landing area of the Pale Heart. Look for the public event symbols when you're wandering around, head to them, kill the gates, and open the chests. And just rinse and repeat that until the bar fills up, and then you're on to the next part. Now we don't have to go see Micah-10 yet because we've got to go and do a cyst mission. Ugh. This cyst mission is called the Sword Dance Cyst, and it's basically following the waypoint again, and you're looking for the Traveller bird. You know, the big lovely glowy bird that shows you the way where you need to go. Now sometimes you might lose it, so you can wait for the little marker to appear on the map and it'll give you a right idea of where to go. But there's one when you come into a big valley, you want to look up to the right. The bird is right up high on the right there. Just a little hint for you in following that one. There is a part of this mission where you're using swords again and you're smashing hive bogies, but it's all pretty straightforward to find it. The bird will eventually lead you to a barrier, and there's 3 runes. If you're wondering which ones to shoot, it's pretty obvious. Just be careful though, because some of them are very similar, but you want to shoot them from top to bottom, so make sure you shoot them in the right order to open the way forward. In this area, you're going to find you've got a lot more gates, but you've got to pick up a sword before you can continue further, because the sword is the only way you can break the shields of certain enemies in this room, and you're kind of going upwards as well. You can see we've got a shielded knight there, but there's also other gates hanging around the place, and they've got like a sword icon above their head to show you where they are and to show you that you need to use the sword to destroy them. The sword is pretty much something that you're going to be using throughout this entire mission. Once you've taken out the shielded gates, you've also got shielded crystals. Take down the shields with the sword, smash the crystals, and then you need to follow the marker forward. Now, you're going to be smashing a lot of hive bogies in this to break your way through, but be careful because there's lots of pitfalls. You can see here there was a massive drop straight after this one, and I just managed to get across to the other side. All you really need to do is make sure that you follow the enemies, smash the bogies, and you'll eventually find your way there. It can be a little bit labyrinthine, but it's okay. You'll be able to follow the enemies. That will be the way to go until you get to the final room with the light bearers. Now this does prove to be a little bit of a scrap, but no worries. Use a sword to bring their shields down as normal. It's not a darkness zone, so even if you do die, it doesn't matter. You can just keep on going until you've kicked all their faces in, all 3 of them. So once you return to the Arbor of Light and collect your reward, which is the Embraced Identity Sniper Rifle, you're then going to get a few missions open up, okay? So we've got, first of all, this, the Convalescence Budding mission. This is for the exotic weapon, the Microcosm. Now you've got to complete some pretty high level activities here, the Ascent, the Descent, and the Iconoclasm missions in cooperative focus mode. Now the power level for this is 2005, which is basically not far from the, well, it's the pinnacle cap or just above it. So these are pretty high difficulty missions. I'm not covering them in this video. That warrants a video all on its own. The next thing you're going to see are 2 different sets of missions. Now the first one is called Alone in the Dark. Now this one's really interesting because it's a mission that you can repeat. It's got recovered ghosts you need to find, and you need to play the cysts as well. We played one of them just now, the sword dancing cyst or whatever it was called. There's 6 of them to unlock to do that, but that's its very own thing and its own mission structure with its own rewards. What we're going to be concentrating on in this video is the final days missions, and all of these missions require the same thing. You pick up the missions from Micah. You can pick them all up. You don't have to do them one at a time, but I'm going to be showing you each one because all you've got to do basically is usually a strike or some kind of adventure in the various locations throughout the solar system. We've got to find a piece of ghost telemetry, and then we've got to find an actual ghost. Once you've done the ghost, you come back to Micah and you can grab the rewards, or you can do it all in one go. But as you do more of these, more and more of them unlock. So I'm going to be going through all of these now, and we're going to start off with the one called the Hellmouth. Now, in this one, we're going to get a deep sight weapon bundle reward, which is very nice indeed. And we've got to find the telemetry, and the first set of telemetry is located in the nightmare hunt called Fear, which of course is here on the moon. Now, these are pretty straightforward, and if you've been playing the game for a little while, you've probably done these before, but they're pretty straightforward to follow, particularly on this normal difficulty. You just want to make your way right the way through to the summoning pits with the boss room at the end, and there's a statue here, like you can see, which hasn't been here before, and this is where you're going to find the ghost telemetry. So you want to scan the statue, you will get the ghost telemetry after the scan, and then you get a little bit of a new step, and it's going to tell us we need to explore beneath the moon's surface. But don't just up and leave, complete the activity, because you get some really nice, interesting dialogue and lore between Cayde and Micah-10, and that goes for all of them as well. So I'd really recommend, if you're in an activity, get them completed first, and then we'll move on to the next step to get the ghost. So you want to look at your map, and you can see we've got the new search area there. It's in the Hellmouth. It's in the Chamber of Night. Now, this is quite a trek. It's not difficult to get to, really, because all you're doing is following the waypoints. But it is a little bit of a trek. So I'm going to be dubbing this on here now. So we're going to start in Sanctuary on the Moon, yes, and we're going to continue over to the place we need to go all the way to the Chamber of Night, I believe it's called. So get on your Sparrow or your groovy little doodah, which is what I've got here. Now you may see on the screen I've got some stuff from my live stream, because this is all recorded. I've never done that before. I've recorded stuff in front of everyone when I'm streaming, and this is where all the video footage has come from. So we're kind of making the videos together. It's excellent, yes. Right, anyway, let's get back to where we're going. Ignore all the knob ends, you don't need to worry about them, and we need to start running down to the Chamber of Night now. This is actually where the Empire Hunt was, I believe. Yes, so we're going to keep on jumping down. I initially got excited. I thought, oh, it's here, but it's not. You got to keep on, you got to keep on going all the way down. It's quite a run. Yes, get on with it, you silly sausage. Off you go. Yes, carry on. What I really like about these missions is the amount of lore that's coming with it, and you do find out quite a lot about Cayde as well, which is excellent. So it is really worth completing every activity and listening to the toings and froings. Right, here we are now in the Hall of Wisdom. Now, there's no point in stopping to kill anything. We just want to keep on going and following the marker. I've actually got... I noticed that in one of my other videos there, or a bit earlier on, I had a double marker, because some of the Shadowkeep stuff, for some reason, is I couldn't have done it on my Warlock, and I thought I did, but I couldn't have, so sometimes that pops up. Look, Titan Computer Man just subscribed back in the past. Thanks very much. Anyway, let's keep on going through here. And it's just a bit of a lengthy run. There's not too much you can say about it, really. We're just gonna, what I think I might do actually now, because this is quite long. We're in the Circle of Bones. I'm going to speed this up a touch. There we go, that's better. Norman's given us hyper thrust. Now we're going to come into this area. The left-hand way we're going to go is down to Fogoth, and we're going to be following this one round here. We're going to go through... Isn't this the bit where you used to have loads of thralls sort of eating gunge off the floor? Hilarious. This is called the World's Grave Look, so we're going to keep on going this way. There's another... not an Empire Hunt. What's it called? Not an Empire Hunt. A Nightmare Hunt, yes, through there. Look, you can see there, just then I just picked up... I just picked up some stuff from Shadowkeep. Anyway, we're going to keep on going now. We're not too far away. We're into the Chamber of Night. This is the bit with the thrall all hiding and eating the gunge. And then we're going to come out into... It's basically a Crota scrap where the actual ghost is. But once we get to there, I'll show you exactly where it is, because I really do like the statues they put in here as well. They're really atmospheric. Oh, and somebody burped the Rancor on stream there. You have to come and join me on Twitch to see what that's all about. It is a bit stupid, really, yes, but we are stupid on the channel. We love it. Right, okay, nearly there now. You can see that the icons actually started to appear, which is good. I'm going to go through here, and then we're out. Here we go. Now, you can see, I'm just doing a bit of a change there. There's these things over to the right, look. You can see these statues as you come in, and as you have a little look around, you can see the ghost is kind of on one of the big, large bone type things. There it is. There's our lovely ghostly. So you want to pick that ghostly up, and then you want to pop back to the Arbor of Light. So don't forget, activate the ghost first, then pop back to the terminal and claim your rewards. This one being the Deep Sight Weapon Bundle. So the next one we're doing is the Shadows. Now we've got to go to the Lake of Shadow Strike on the EDZ, but you can just pick the normal version and just go straight in. It's really easy to get through this one at this particular level. All you need to do is fight your way through to the boss room at the end, and then you can see on the far right, there's a really shadowy, weirdy looking handy thing. Not in a rude way, of course. And here you can see where you've got to scan to get the ghost telemetry. So scan that, and then I urge you to finish the strike as well, because then you're going to get a nice bit of extra dialogue, and then we'll go and get the ghost. Now this ghost is located in the dark forest in the EDZ. You can see the search area there. Now you can either go directly to the sludge on that page, or if you go into the actual quest and click launch, it'll take you to the closest landing site, which of course is the sludge. So we're going to get on our sparrow and bugger off over there. I'm not stopping for anything. Can I get up there? Oh, yes! Ugh. Hang on. Lovely. Just jump up. Yes, that's good. We're keeping on going. There's usually a portal or something at the end of this here, really, but you may, there may not be. In the dark forest. There we go. There's the portal. Different looking portal. Is that a different looking portal? Okay, through the portal we go. Oh, look at this place. God, that's weird. Right, so the ghost is in here somewhere, and it's pretty easy to see because, well, look, there's all the weird stuff. We've got a final shaped horse, a final shaped cabal, and a final shaped scion, and there's our ghost underneath the hand. Give it a big hand. Pick it up, and that's that one done. So next you want to return to Micah one more time. Now what you might find when you get there is some more quests become available, because I think there's 10 altogether. So you can pick these guys up if you want to. You can do them all and then just come back to Micah and collect all the rewards one after another if you want to. You can see I've picked up the Oracle there, and there's also the next one as well, which is called the Ascendant. I've just picked them up. I'm not doing them right away, but they're going to be in our inventory until we want to do. Next on our list is the Return. Now this ghost telemetry, we need to collect it from the Disgraced Strike, which you can find in the Cosmodrome there. So just click on that and work your way through that one. It's on normal level, so it's easy to do. Now the ghost itself is located just after this bit. You know where you go up the hill? This is just before the boss room. You can see it highlighted there, but I was in a team with random people, and they didn't know, of course, that I was making a video, so someone actually collected it before I could get there. But I'll show you exactly where the statue is. We're going to jump up the hill, get lost gits, and you can see it's, you can't miss it at all. There it is, look, statue. Grab it there and scan that. That's what will give you the telemetry. Don't forget, complete the missions so you can get the lovely juicy lore. They're really well acted, these. I do enjoy them. Now this one, it's in the steps in the Cosmodrome. It's called the Return. There's the big area there. It's not that actually... It's not up above, it's underground. So when you go to the steps, you want to make your way to the marker there. But it's one of those things that you think, well, where is it? But it's actually just on the side of this tump here as well. For some reason, I paused here. I think I was scratching my bottom for some reason or whatever. But anyway, we're going to continue on now, and we're going to just jump over the hill. I remember there being quite a few missions tied to this area, but what we're looking for, you can see, look, it's directly under the ground there, but you can see that little shed. Now we want to get in the shed and go down the stairs. I'll go around the correct way just to make it easy. Oh my god, get stuck on the skimmer, you clown. There we go. Down we go into the shed, and down we go again. Somebody has just subscribed on Twitch. Isn't that nice of them? Yes. Come and join us on the live streams over on Twitch. That's marvellous. Anyway, get a move on, Plum. Yes, in here, and then you can see the marker is just there to the right. You do have a few cursed thrall in here, so be careful you don't get your face blown off, as it's very easy to do it. And there we go, we can start to see the spooky statues all strung up, and there we can see our ghost. So make sure you collect that baby, and then I'm going to go back now to the Arbor to do the next one. But before I do, I'm going to pick up my reward of boots. There's another one available there called the Past. We'll store that one for later. But this one we're going to do now is called the Oracle. Now we're doing the Insight Terminus strike for this, which is on Nessus. You can do it on normal mode. So it's really easy to run through. You just need to get to the boss room, and in the bottom left-hand corner, as you're looking at Cargan there, look, you can see, depending on where you look at it, there's a statue there. Grab that. That'll give you the ghost telemetry. Somebody nicked it before me. Don't forget to complete the strike so you get the lore, and then we're going to go looking for the ghost itself. Now, again, it's on Nessus, and it's a place called the Pools of Luminance, but you can launch directly there as well from the mission if you like to. So we've landed in the Cistern landing zone. I've sped this up a little bit just to make it go a little bit quicker because, again, it's a bit of a lengthy run, this one. So you want to go straight off the landing zone, and you want to take a... What's going on there? You want to take a right, and you want to go through this little nook and cranny here. There are lots of little ways to go here, so it's not too bad. You can generally follow the marker as you're being able to do. We're in the Pools of Luminance already, look. Be careful, this is Radioloria all over the floor, and it'll burn the soles of your boots. Yes. So you want to jump up here into this little circle, keep on going. You can see the marker is pretty much showing you exactly where you need to go, but it can be a little bit, well, it can spin you around a little bit if you're not careful. Kill the various gits. You don't have to, really. You can just run straight through. Watch out for the Radioloria. I'll get that right soon. Now, there's a little nook here you want to go. You can see it's just by some data lattice. You want to go straight through there. And this little bit here, doesn't it remind you of the Fortress of Solitude in Superman? Bloody excellent. Anyway, we're not too far here. Don't worry about killing the gittage. Just want to keep on going through. I had a Hydra blowing my face off. And you can't resist killing things in Destiny, can you? Because they do it so well. Anyway, what we want to do is jump up through the little way here, which is being shown by the light. And then you can see we've started to get the odd statue frozen. And there we go. We've got a sliced Hydra, which is really cool. And then you can see the ghost, look there, on the plinth in the middle. Grab the ghost from the plinth, and then we'll go back to the Arbor of Light. So nice little reward for this one, 10 strange coins. They're much more useful now than before because uses them as a currency. So pick those up, excellent. At this point, the Veiled quest became available too, so I just picked that one up as well, just to have it in the inventory. Now the next one I decided to do was the Ascendant, and this one is based in the Dreaming City. Now you've got to do the Dark Monastery mission for this in order to get it completed. It's an easy mission to walk through, it's not too bad. You can either launch it from the quest screen itself, or you can go and find the mission. It's actually there on the director. Either way, launch that one and in we go. Now the mission is easy peasy, but it does have a little bit of a quirk. When you get to this point here at the end and you jump through the portal, you can see the thing that you need to scan in order to get the ghost telemetry, so scan that. But then if you want to get the rest of the dialogue, you need to complete the mission as well. Now to do that, you need to complete this little part here in the Ascendant plane. So you want to keep on going forwards. Just a little cut there because I was dithering around the statue so much. What we're going to do is go up here and kill 2 witches and shoot a crystal. But when you do that, a countdown kicks in, and I was standing up here like a lemon just going, and I died. So once you jump up here, you kill the 2 witches and shoot that crystal. Make a beeline for the same portal that you came in. Yeah, so there we are. We shoot the crystal, and hang on a second, there we go, and you'll see the timer pops up now. Hang on, destroy it. There we go, that's great. There we go, time remaining 33 seconds. You want to make sure you tear your way out, if you're otherwise just going to die and have to do it again. It's not too much of a hindrance, because you only start back outside in the portal. But once you get through the portal, you'll hear the rest of the lore and the dialogue, which is always worth it in my opinion. So it's time to grab the ghost itself. You can see the location there, but this one again is a bit of a trek. Now I'm going to go from the landing zone, okay, and we're going to make our way to where we need to go. So it's the Spine of Keres, but then we need to sort of take a hidden tunnel and go to the Confluence, I believe it's called. Been down here so many times, I've been down here so many times before, it's ridiculous. Right, so what we're going to be doing is running out here onto the bridge here, and it's just down to the right. Thank you, Midnight Run, for subscribing. I just got to say that because it's in front of my face, even though it's happened in the past. Jump down here and bend to your right, and there's a portal. Jump through the portal and we're in the area that we need to be. And now it's a beeline basically just to the end of it. Magnificent, I think, the Dreaming City looks. Always thoroughly enjoyed it. Right, here we are in the Confluence. And then you can just see the ghost is lurking down here at the end. And we've got some weird sliced up witness statues, as is the norm. So you can see the ghost is just sitting there at the base of the feet of the statues. Pick it up and now we'll return to the Arbor. And the reward for that one is a bond. lovely. Everyone likes a good old bond. Now, we do have another mission become available there, which is the Illusion, so you may as well pick that one up as well. But next, we're going to go and do the one that's called The Past. Now, this one is tied initially to the heist battleground on Mars. So, I'm just picking it here from the director, but you can also launch it from the quest screen. Once again, just go all the way through the battleground until you come to the boss room here. You can see the little marker there, but the actual statue is behind where the boss appears. Look, just run past the knob end with the axe, and then we've got some sort of split up, I don't know, looks like a peg to me. I don't know what it is. What is that? Is that a war beast? Probably. But anyway, you can scan that, and then you'll get your ghost telemetry. Now, the actual ghost itself is in a really cool place. Oh yes, don't forget, complete the mission so you can share all the lovely little bits of lore. But now we need to go to the Enclave, okay, which is where we craft our weapons, of course. But we want to make our way down the back to the actual shooting range. So if you're not too sure what I'm talking about, here we are on the landing zone. We're going to run straight down the stairs, and then I'm going to make a really cool direct jump through the pendulum. I love the way that pendulum swings through there. The perfection really pleases me. Well, anyway, we come down here to the shooting range, and look, there's like a really weird Doom statue there, and right in the middle of the statue is our ghost. So just jump up on the absolutely horrendous thing and pick it up, and there we go. That's that one done. And then back to the arbor to grab the next one. Don't forget, pick up your rewards before it. Now, this is an Ascendant alloy. Lovely, thanks very much. And we also had another mission pop up then called the Visitation. Don't worry, we shall do them all. But this one we're going to do is called the Veiled. And now this is based in the Communion mission, which is a story mission from the Witch Queen. Go to Europa, you'll be able to select it from the map. Play the mission all the way through once again until you get to the boss room, and then you'll see the statue there with the little marker on it there. I really like this mission. It's quite tricky though. I remember these are a bit harder than I remember, and by completing this mission as well, you get the extra bit of dialogue, which is always worth listening to. This ghost isn't too far. Again, we need to go to that particular area there on Europa, so we need to use the Beyond landing zone and head towards the Ziggurat, which is basically this pyramid type thing here. Now, once you get there, you're going to get teleported into like a darkness temple type place. We used to come here quite a lot when we were acquiring stasis. I don't know if you remember. I'll just walk through it, and then you'll get zapped up. Then you want to run and make your way to the top of the stairs. I don't know why there's so many vases in these places. They're just upset. The witness is obsessed with vases. Perhaps he's got a lot of flowers he likes to stick in. Anyway, there's really cool statues there. They're really weird, aren't they? The ghost is at the base of the Screamy statue, as Cayde put it. So what we want to do now is pop back to the Arbor of Light. So back in the arbor, we can pick up our reward, which is the chest piece, but the lore is really interesting about Cayde's past year. I'd recommend you give that a listen with the personal bodyguard. Oh, well, I won't say anything. You just can go and look at it. There we are. That's great. Pick up the robe. We also get the last ever one as well, which is called the Desperation, at least the last one that we know of. So pick that one up as well. But next, I'm going to show you the Illusion. Now, this is the Cunning mission on Savathun's Throne World. So you need to go to the story node and select it from there. Now, this mission is a very, very long one, and it culminates with a fight against a pretend Riven that you just saw there. Then when the screen flashes white like that, you've got a timer to get out of the area. But that point is when the statue appears for you to grab for the ghost telemetry. So you want to run to the base of the stairs, you want to hit the deep sight there, and run all the way to the top of the stairs, and then you'll see the node start appearing. What you want to do then is scan that, and you'll get the telemetry. But of course, to get the rest of the ghost info, you're going to need to complete this mission as well. So you can see I've got 2 minutes left to get out, although it's not too bad really, particularly as I'm running it on normal, not on legendary. So just remember, you want to get on a pike. That's very, very handy to pick up the speed. Get your pike going all the way through, and then jump out the grav lift right at the end and pop out on top. Now, to collect the actual ghost, we're going for a pleasant drive around the throne world. You can see it's there called the Illusion. It's in the Sanctum of the Brood Queen, which is where we have the, what's it called? I've forgotten it again. You know, the fighty thing over there. People told me on stream what it was, and I can't bloody remember. Anyway, I'm going quite fast here. It's not too fast. You can see exactly where we are. We're going through the Giggity, and then once we go through the Giggity, we're going to go out and we're going to exit into the Fluorescent Canal. Is that what it's called? of the fluorescent anal. Now, once we're going through the fluorescent anal, you can see we've got a marker here in Savathun's castle. So you want to keep on going this way, jump up to the right here. What we're going to be doing is ascending basically right to the top. We're going to the end spot, remember, where we fought Savathun right at the end of the Witch Queen campaign. And she lay there dying, going, feel sorry for me, and I thought, no. Well, anyway, you want to go run around this way, turn around, and there's a grav lift, okay? You want to jump up in that grav lift, and that'll take you to the top. But you're only halfway up because there's another grav lift. Jump out over it, just catch the bottom of it, and it'll shoot you back up like a turd going up the U-bit. I don't know why I'm going to say these things. Look, it gobbed me out, and then it gobbed me back down again, and then it gobbed me out. Yes, so, we're nearly there. It's not too bad. We're coming out of this area here. Watch out for the massive ringing bell before it might brain you. It's a really spooky, massive bell, that, isn't it? And then we've got the road to nowhere here, so I think I'm going to kick it into high gear. And as you come to the end of the road of nowhere, you're going to see statues surrounding the central area. And we're in the correct place where the ghost is. For some reason, it took me ages to find it, but there it is. Look, just behind the statue, glowing orange. Grab it and go back to the arbor. So, collect your reward for that one. That one's an Ascendant shard. Very nice indeed. No more missions. That ghost tracker there, I'm not too sure what that's going to be. I reckon there's going to be stuff perhaps next week for that, hopefully. But we're going to do the Visitation next. Now, this is linked to the Beyond mission on the moon. So, once you select it, you'll see it there on the moon map. So, just launch that. Now, this mission is the final mission of Shadowkeep. So, where you get shucked into the pyramid like this. And maybe poo myself this time for some reason. And then you're going through and killing versions or dream versions or nightmare versions of previous bosses. You can see I'm giving Crota a bit of a pasting here. Once you defeat Crota, you come into this room and then you can see this really cool statue. And this statue is what you have to scan to get the ghost telemetry. So scan that, baby. And don't forget to go back up the stairs, or rather straight out of the stairs behind, so you can get the rest of the lore as well and pick up your weird little artifact. Then, to get the ghost, you can see it's here kind of around the sanctuary area. So you want to go to the sanctuary landing zone. And then, you know, you get a portal sometimes next door to areas where you're going to see that that's open with the quest marker on it. So you want to pile through the portal, and we're basically heading to where the pyramid ship is, okay? So it's just through this lovely little area here with all the rubbish and bogies on the floor. I played Shadowkeep back on stream a few months ago, and I was quite shocked at how short it was, and Beyond Light. They were very short. Compared to the final shape and the Witch Queen, they're staggeringly short. Anyway, here we go. Enduring Abyss, this is where we need to be. That chest is unlocked during Shadowkeep specific missions, so you don't really have to worry about it now. But you can see the ghost there, and I was just fascinated by all the hands coming out. I love the design of the final shape. It's brilliant. Anyway, there's your ghost. Pick it up, and then we're going to go back to the arbor for our final mission. My goodness, this has been a long road. So the reward for this one was a lovely helmet. Don't forget as well, the stats on these are utter rubbish, but they come in at a really high level. You saw there, that was 1972, so I just ingested that one. Well, anyway, the next one we're going to be doing is the Desperation. Ian's clips and bits in the way, but that's great. Now, this is linked to the Devil's Lair strike. My utter favourite all-time strike in Destiny 2. You want to make your way all the way to the end, and just before you get to the boss room, Sepix Prime, you can see a big stone version of Sepix Prime here. Scan it, that'll give you the Lost Ghost telemetry. Don't forget as well to pick up your chest so you can get the extra bits of juicy lore. Now then, we're going to go and get our final ghost. And poetically, as Cayde says, this one is located where Ghost first discovered us. You know, the like the junkyard on the highway. It's called the Steps. So we need to go back to the Cosmodrome landing zone with Shohan, and then we're going to turn around and you're going to follow the way I'm going here now. We're basically heading back through. Do you remember like the little fan in the wall there? This is the way, the path that we took when we first started. Here's where the big Fallen Walker drops in on the first mission when you finally do come in here to the Cosmodrome. It's it's not too bad. It's great. It's quite nostalgic, really. Through the little gaps in the I mean, we said in the fannies then, in the fans, through the wall. Be careful in here, because I may have actually died by walking straight into an exploder shank. I don't think I did. I don't think I'd be that stupid, would I? But anyway, let's just keep on going through here, through the flashy lights, through the... Ah, there we are. See, there's the exploder shank. Yes, I am as stupid as I appear. Right, anyway, keep on going forwards, and then we're going to come out to the rusty car lot, I suppose you could call it. The little side door here. I remember coming back up here, which is where we got the Kavost off. There we go. There's the cars. There's a weird floating rocks in the sky, and the statues are all strewn about underneath it. You want to make your way to the top. There are a few enemies out here, so you can kill them if you wish, and then make your way up to the top. And because this is the last one, I was kind of taking my time. Look at it. It's really cool. It's called the Desperation, this one. And there we go. There's the final ghost for the moment that we can collect here by the rusty car. Absolutely marvellous. A hell of a long set of missions, that. Now we go back to the arbor to pick up our final piece. If memory serves, what was it again? Oh, there we are. Yes, of course, it's a deep sight harmonizer. Very, very useful. So pick that baby up, and that's it. You're done for all these missions, all 10 of the Lost Ghosts. Now, if we do have any more Lost Ghosts, I will do more videos for it. And if you did enjoy the vid, this one took an awful long time to do. I'd really appreciate it, and if you did find it helpful, to show your support by giving it a like, and maybe even a subscribe as well, so you can see when I drop my next one on the interwebs, because I'm pretty much doing them daily now for the next few weeks, because there's so much content. And before I go, don't forget as well to claim the triumph that's associated with it. It's called Braced for the End. So you want to come into your triumphs page, go to the final shape triumphs, and then over to the second part and over to pursuits, and you can see it there, Braced for the End. Don't forget to pick that up for all 10 ghosts. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage heard. Really knackered after that, I am.